I decided I was going to go to Harvey at breakfast there because I used to really like their breakfast. But they're closed until 10:30 every day here, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, I bought these buttermilk pancakes, and I'm now in the process of cooking them. The instructions say that in a regular oven you should do 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 minutes. So I put them on this thing on 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes to see how that works. I think that'll be plenty. There's Rocky. He's licking his paw. Hi, Rocky. Okay, what else do I need? I need a plate. Yeah. Hi. Hello. Hey. Would you like your food? Will I give you your leftover wet food? I think he's got some leftover food in here. Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay, I was teasing him, I guess. I was teasing you, Rocky. Promising you things I couldn't deliver. Well, look what I got, though. I got chicken dinner. Ooh, chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Hey. Alrighty, this is going to slow me down a bit. I didn't realize this was going to be a thing. I need my plate. And I need a knife and a fork. I do. I need a knife and a fork. Well, actually, it's just a fork, because there is no K in fork. But there is K in knife. So, there you go. Alrighty. Let's open up the can here. This looks good. I can tell. Look, Rocky's out there. He doesn't know what's going on. He's, wait a minute. Where's my food? I need my food. Hey. Okay. I got to kind of open it up. There we go. Hey. There it is. Doesn't that look tasty? It's a chicken. It's chicken, Rocky. It smells really good, actually. It smells good, my friend. I got to put this down for a minute, but what I'll do is I'll put it right here so you can observe Rocky, because he's coming in. You will see him in a moment. Momentarily, you shall see. There he is. See, I knew you would see him. See, I can predict the future because I'm psychic. I'm a psychic, and I'm using the knife to take the food out. Oh, my goodness, Rocky. Oh, look at that tail, eh? It's quite a tail he's got with the stripes. Here we go now. All right, you. Get ready. There's going to be food. Breakfast time. It's the best meal of the day. Now let me step down here. You didn't give me much room, but I still did it because I'm a champion. There you go. Alrighty. Well, we'll let this continue. It's got a few more minutes to go. It does. It's going to continue. You'll see. It's going to be a big deal. It will be. Yeah. Alrighty. Anyway, it's a funny thing. I was talking to somebody last night there about all this business with Facebook and everything. And this person tends to be very fearful of authority and never wanting to have any trouble, would do anything to stay out of jail and so on. And anyway, they told me I need to stop speaking out about all this stuff that's going on because of I'm going to get banned from Facebook and like that, get banned for life. And she said, and you like to be on there, so you shouldn't do that. But the thing is, I like following my conscience more. And what I told her is, if they ban me from Facebook, I'll speak up somewhere else. And if they ban me from all social media, I'll stand on the street corner with a bullhorn and I'll speak out. And when the police come and take me to jail for doing that, then I'll be yelling out the window of my jail cell to anybody that will hear me. Because I think it's that important that we be openly critical. I believe that the banning that I got, where I think they went down through my profile and were looking for anything at all they could twist into a reason to ban me. to punish me or to put a label on me or whatever. And they gaffled onto this photograph from 2020 that they claimed was child pornography, which I actually shared from Facebook. It was already on there when I shared it, and it wasn't child pornography. Anybody who would think that is nuts. I made another video where I talk about that and where I actually show the photograph so you can see what it is that they're claiming is child pornography. But anyway, the thing is though, they know that it's not child pornography, but they would inform law enforcement if they thought it was child pornography. But they know it isn't. I mean, anyway, the bottom line is, I believe that this is punishment for a couple of posts that I made within the last couple days, one of which was where I talked about the universal basic income that they're now pushing. Now, you'd think a guy like me, who's living in poverty and who's living such a precarious existence, would be in favor of universal basic income. Really, you would, wouldn't you? But the thing is, I'm somewhat aware of how the economy works. Now, I'm not saying I'm smart. There's plenty of people smarter than I am. In fact, I'd say the majority of the people are smarter than I am. But what the majority of the people aren't is they're not conditioned to ask questions, especially to question authority. You know, we're conditioned in this society to show unconditional trust and respect for authority. You know, the police officer's always right, the judge is always right, the teacher's always right, the political leader is always right, the bureaucrat's always right, whatever, you know, the meter maid is always right, the boss is always right, the customer's always right. That's what we're taught. Anybody in a position of authority, the landlord's always right. Unfortunately, that just isn't so. Sometimes they are right. I'm not saying that these people are never right, but they're also sometimes wrong because they're human beings and therefore they're fallible, and they're also prone to be corrupt like other human beings. And the thing is, like we all are, and the thing is, when you give somebody unconditional trust and unquestioned authority, that tends to bring out the corruption in a person even more when they're never challenged. You know, people, we all need to be challenged sometimes. We all need to be called out on our bullshit. We all need to have our corruption brought to light sometimes. And that's how we change, because there's a certain amount of trauma connected to that. But the thing is, my post about the universal basic income was this. Basically, I was pointing out that it doesn't make any sense. Because in order for it to work, in order for universal basic income to work, let's see what these are like. Ooh, those are nice. Yes, they will do. They will do. They will, I promise you that. And if you don't believe they'll do, well, I don't know what to tell you. Call me a liar if you want to, but I think they'll do. Oh, there we go. Now, put 2 there. I'm going to go get the margarine before they cool down too much. Anyway, my post, basically what it said is that the value of your currency in a country is tied to productivity. To a large degree, it's tied to productivity. And so, if you have an economy that's based on giving people money that they haven't earned, that's based on money basically with no productivity, where no goods or services have been offered or produced or whatever, well then what you're going to get into is a valueless currency, because a currency will be worth whatever was done to earn it. And if what was done to earn the currency is nothing, well then the currency will be worth nothing. And that was the thing. A country that doesn't produce any wealth has nothing to back up its currency. We produce wealth through productivity. We produce wealth through trading, through production, through trading, through harvesting resources, through manufacturing, through providing services. that's how we produce wealth. And then what we do is we produce the wealth, and we then we trade with other countries and so on. We trade within our own country. We produce the wealth. That worked out well, that 10 minutes at 350 degrees in the toaster oven. That worked out really well. Anyway, so we produce the wealth, okay, by working, by providing goods and services, by producing something. We produce wealth. Now, here's the thing. If we have this program in place where we're giving people... Wait a minute, I'm going to have to put this down. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do this to you. I hope you can still hear me. I'm going to talk louder in case you can't. But the bottom line is this. If you're producing wealth, if you're producing money, but you're not producing anything tangible to back up your money. Okay, you're not producing anything of any value. You're just producing cash. You're printing greenbacks or whatever, you know. Yeah, I have no way to tell if this is working or not until I actually play it back. So I don't know if you can hear me. I'm hoping you can. If you can't, then I'll have to redo the video later on. I won't have time to redo it right now, but I'll do it later on. Hopefully it'll work then. Okay, 10 minutes. There we go. We'll do that. All right, let's go over here. And there we go. There's Rocky. We'll put the syrup on these suckers and we'll see what they're like. Anyway, if you produce so you're printing money, you got nothing backing it up. Nothing. You have no wealth there. You're not producing any wealth. You're just producing money. Well, what you do then is you produce valueless money. That's what you produce. You produce money that has nothing to back it up. It has no value. See, it used to be we had to have gold to back up our money. And the gold that a country had in its reserves was also reflective of the country's productivity. The more productive a country was, the more gold they had. You see, that's how that worked. These are all right. I like them. I got another batch in there. But anyway, so what I said is a dollar that's produced but not earned, if it isn't earned somehow, if there's no productivity behind it, then that dollar has as much value as what was put into producing it, which is nothing. There's no value. And so if you start giving people these $2,000 a month stipends for free, you're basically paying them not to be productive. You know, they're not going to be able to buy a stick of gum with that money. It'll be totally valueless. You might as well use it to light a fire. Useless. What happened in Germany during the 1920s and 30s? Like in the 1920s, German money was worth nothing. I've seen pictures of people taking wheelbarrow loads of money down to the store just to buy milk and bread. I've seen pictures of people using money to set fires, to actually start a fire to heat their house. In Germany at that time, they had massive runaway inflation. The money was worth nothing. Now, in their case, a lot of that wasn't so much a lack of production. They were a productive people. They had a lot of manufacturing and so on. The issue was the Treaty of Versailles, which bankrupted them. Which was the reparations treaty after the war, and basically it was to punish them for starting World War I and for causing all that trouble. It was a very punitive treaty, and it was, in large part, it was about getting revenge. So they were forced to pay all the cost of the war. And what happened was, it destroyed their economy. It just totally wrecked the German economy. And they had no money. But the thing is, if you're producing money without productivity, you'll get the same effect that happened in Germany. You get it just for different reasons, that's all. And that's what my post said. In fact, what I'll do is, I'll bring it up here. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. Hold on here. I'll show you both posts. I will. Both posts that I wrote within 2 days that I believe are the reason behind what's happening now. I believe I'm being punished for making these posts. But I'll show you here where it's at. Okay, here we go. All right, here's the first one here. Wait a minute now, we'll go here. All right, here it is. Universal basic income. What I say here is, I'll show you some nice scenery while I read it. I say universal basic income can't work. The value of money is tied to productivity. Money is worth whatever was done to earn it. A dollar produced without work is worth whatever was done to earn it. Nothing. And I put nothing in capital letters with 2 exclamation points. I said to run a country's economy on a money without productivity basis makes as much sense as running a whorehouse full of virgins. Only difference is, in a country that prints money but produces nothing, we actually will be screwed. And then I've got the money with the wings here. Well, that's the post anyway that I think they're mad at me for. There is another one too. I'll have to see if I can find it though. It'll be down here. Let me just show you some more pretty scenery while we look for it. This was a post that I put up. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, we're having a great old time here. Oh, it's 10:30 already. I got to go to work at 11, so I can't dilly-dally too long. But let's look and see here. All right, it's down here now because just making sure it's still recording, because it's down here. Oh my goodness, it's way down here. All right, where are we at now? We got to keep looking. Oh, here we go. Okay, again. Okay, World Economic Forum phrases and their proper definitions. The first one is social cohesion. Social cohesion equals everyone agrees to obey and be controlled by the WEF elites. If you are all in agreement that you should be ruled with an iron fist by the WEF, then you will be socially cohesive. Misinformation. Misinformation equals any disagreement with our narrative or proof that we are lying. Crisis. Crisis equals any event, real or fictitious, that we can use to frighten you into submission. Alternatively, any event which places our plans for world domination in jeopardy. Both types of crises shall be dealt with swiftly and ruthlessly without regard to who or how our response injures. For your protection. For your protection equals for our protection. We don't care about you, but we are concerned about any potential threat you, the people, may pose to us. Own nothing. Own nothing equals rent what you need from the WEF elites who will own everything. Eat the bugs. Eat the bugs equals eat bugs instead of real food. This will keep you weak and unhealthy and less of a threat to us while we abuse you. Be happy. Be happy equals pretend to like having no freedom and owning nothing while being at the mercy of ruthless despots. Alternatively, be sent away for re-education or executed if your unhappiness with those circumstances is determined to be a potential threat to the despots. If your unhappiness can't be educated away, then it may be the disabling mental illness called clinical depression. In that case, forced medication may be necessary so that you can be happy while being oppressed. Failure to respond positively to forced meds may need to be addressed with euthanasia so as to be merciful to the poor mentally ill peasant who has no chance of becoming a functional citizen in the New World Order system and happy with his slavery. Man-made climate change. Man-made climate change equals our catch-all excuse for putting ourselves in charge of you, your life, your affairs, and your property. We need to convince you that you are basically vermin who have infested our beautiful planet and your existence here is detrimental to the planet's survival. We who are WEF affiliated, on the other hand, are good and wise, and you must submit to our total control over you so that the planet can survive. Okay, pandemic. Pandemic equals similar to above definition of man-made climate change, except with the inclusion of a program of genocide to be administered for the use of injected toxins promoted as protective medicine. Klaus Schwab. Klaus Schwab equals a superhero in real life, master of all he surveys, Lord and Savior who must be worshipped, adored, and obeyed by all. Politicians of the world. Politicians of the world equals saints in the New World religion, of which Klaus Schwab is God, Emperor, and King. Justin Trudeau and Jagmeet Singh, along with Chrystia Freeland, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Tony Blair, and Emmanuel Macron, are included in this group. These are the regional rulers whose job it is to keep the peasants and their respective territories in line and cooperative during the process of enslaving them, after which to maintain that state of affairs once the people, peasants in brackets, are fully enslaved. These people are to be exempt from the oppression imposed upon the common peasants as a reward for their sacrifices and service to Lord Emperor Klaus Schwab. There's the picture of our Lord and our Emperor there under the New World Order system. Klaus Schwab. Fine-looking specimen, isn't he? Anyway, that's it. I believe those two posts, which were posted one after the other, are the reason for what's happened anyway. These pancakes are good. Well, that's it. We'll talk to you later.